Hello everyone. Myself Nagashri. So I have been working as a data engineer and data scientist in Infosys, and I've done a technical training for almost 6 years in skill arbitrage. And then I've handled so many offline and online projects related to the technical training, and I've worked from various institutes in Bangalore, in Chennai, in Thiruvananthapuram, all this. So this is just a brief intro about me. And while working in the projects, I have worked in data migration projects, SQL-based projects, and Python-based is automations in Python, and based on Azure again data migration and data engineering projects. Okay, so this is a brief about me. So let's see today how do we start everything with Python. So is it going to be easy for you? Definitely, it's going to be easy. You just have to trust me. Because Python is more flexible. If you compare it with other programming languages, compare it with Java, it's going to be really easy for you. No more hard code syntax rules and no more installations or no more compilation of your programs. So this way, it's going to be a lot more easier for you to learn Python than the other programming languages. And if any of you are from non-technical background, don't worry, kudos to you as well. And you can learn in the same pace as the technical guys, and don't get disheartened, technical guys. So you if you're from technical also, if you're switching from one platform to the Python, maybe you want to learn Python and you want to upskill yourself. So I'm really glad you have chosen this course. And for those non-technical guys, don't worry at all. You just can enjoy the learning and you can just be familiar with your topics. You just be familiar with the course. I'll be with you definitely. I hope you enjoy the time. So let's begin. A Python. Okay, what is Python? A Python is in trend because of its programming nature, because of its applicability, and because of its easiness. A lot more advantages. So it's a popular programming languages, and easy to use. We can do many more things in this. So once we do many more things, what can we do? See, we can implement data science projects, we can do automation, we can do web development. See, we apply Python in data science projects, automation projects, web development projects, mobile applications, game development, and cloud computing. See, what is not there? Everything is there, and advanced LLMs, advanced machine learning basics, deep learning basics, and then also the AI based projects. So everything involves Python. Okay. So how much salary you can draw if you're going to become a Python developer or you're going to become an application, the data applied data scientist, full stack engineers and DevOps engineers, or you are enrolling for ML engineer, AI engineer. So all this has a Python as a background. So you need to learn Python in order to become a data analyst. You need to know Python in order to become a data scientist. You really want to know Python if you want to become ML engineer or AI engineer. So Python is everywhere almost, right? So again, you have made the right choice to learn Python, okay? So this is how the job opportunities for Python, and you can see $12,000 and $7,000. So a lot big amount. So maybe some of you have chosen to learn Python in order to upskill yourselves. Some of you have chosen to enter from non-technical background to technical background. Maybe some of you have chosen to become data scientists or data analysts or something like in Python. You want to get a job in Python like that. So see, these are all your personal choices. I really wish your wishes get fulfilled and you become what you want to become. So that's the career growth you have planned into. Or if you're in final years, if you're into final years and you may be just going into the interviews and you're attending interviews, you want to upskill yourself immediately so that you can go and attend the interviews and get jobs. So these are all the purposes we have, in order to study Python. So why is Python so ideal? It is ideal because it's good for beginners. It's best for beginners. Okay. So it is clean, readable because it is English like code, and it reduces, the complexity of learning other programming languages. And the libraries and frameworks we have a lot of good frameworks and libraries for data science, because NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, sklearn, scikit-learn, and Seaborn. Multiple libraries are there if you want to become ML or a data science specialist. So that's all the Python's capability, right? Having a library and having the frameworks. So that's advantageous. And even if you want to learn by yourself, you may get a good amount of study materials and documentation, error documentation. If you're working on a project, you're stuck somewhere, you'll get some error documentation. But than that, as of now, we just saw Gemini assistant. So as of now, we are just learning in Google Colab, and if you're into any error, you can take the help from the Gemini assistants. Definitely, we can resolve that error with the help of the Gemini assistants. So, what are the different Python programming platforms we have? See, we have a lot of different platforms. Okay. So, what is IDE? You can ask yourself that question. IDE, don't tell me integrated development environment. Okay. So it is a platform, or it's an environment where you write your code, develop your code, and debug your code, and create your projects, deploy your projects. So this is something kind of a technical environment you have, right, in your systems. So that is nothing but IDE. So which are the IDEs available for Python development? Number one is Jupyter Notebook. So Jupyter Notebook is very famous and very reliable, and professionals choose that. Jupyter Notebook you can install from Anaconda. So once you install Anaconda, in Anaconda Jupyter will be available. You can click on that and install it. Second most is Visual Studio Code, VS Code. So you might have heard of it. As of now, since I haven't installed it in this MacBook, I cannot show you. So that Visual Studio Code is also a good IDE because it's so versatile, flexible, and it also has AI assistance. Visual Studio Copilot AI assistant is present over there, so it works almost similar to our Google Gemini. Okay, but in Jupyter Notebook we don't have AI assistance, but it's like hardcore developer. So if you are a hardcore developer, and if you want to implement exactly, if you are a developer now, we want to implement, so many companies choose the Jupyter notebooks over this Google Colab and Visual Studio because of the security purposes. Since okay, I told about all these two things. The third thing is cloud platforms. See, cloud-based memory is something in trend. Why? Because of its flexibility. You can access from anywhere, you can upload from anywhere, you can, no need to install anything, no need of any setups required. For all these VS Code, Jupyter, and PyCharm, IDLE, all these you need to download, install, set up, and done, do all those things. But cloud platform, Google Colab, no, it doesn't require setup, it doesn't require installation, it's easy to set up, easy to use. So let me show that. Here you go. This is your Google Colab. So just that I'll go back once. I'll close, go back. Yeah. So I've typed here Google Colab. Okay, simple. And I've just gone into this collab.google here and click on new notebook. Done. This it. This is my IDE, how easily I opened, right? So see, this is my first file. I can start programming. I can start writing the Python programming language here. And this is Gemini here. I was talking about it till now. Hello, Nagashri. How can I, help you today? See, I have all these helps from here, and this is my file name. If you're working with me, you just can rename your file. So Python first, something I've renamed into, and then see you see there is one more thing is one good thing here is this is Google Drive. So your data, your files will be stored in Google Drive. So no need to worry about anything. But you should have memory in Google Drive, okay? Otherwise, it's a free. It's really free. If you have Drive memory, it's really freely available. You can access it anywhere, anytime you want. So this is my IDE, Integrated Development Environment. So now, yeah, some features of Google Colab, you see here, it it just allows you to write your Python program and execute the Python program in your browsers. And it's really ideal for data science professionals and machine learning projects. And there is no setup required, no local installation or configuration is required. And then you can access the libraries, NumPy, Pandas, also pre-installed in Google Colab. It's already pre-installed and you can easily share it actually. See, whenever I'm working over here, I can easily share here. See, share. Like I share other Google files, I can share this also. So some of the codes are built in and we get some code suggestions also. Whenever we start typing, we get code suggestions also. Okay. So how do we access? Visit the Google Colab website, open your web browser, go to collab.research.google.com, sign in with your Google account, use your existing Google account credentials to log in and create a new notebook. Go to File, New Notebook to start a fresh Python notebook. Otherwise, you can do as I showed also. You can follow this also, no worries. And then connect to run button, runtime. You can make a connection because see connect here, go to connect and it's already connecting. Connect to hosted runtime, which is Python runtime only. So now it's green color tick is there. That means it is connected to the runtime. And then, immediately you can start coding. So let's start our first code. You might have guessed it already. So print statement, hello all. So this hello all is a string and I have included in the quotes. Print is a function. I have just, opened with a parenthesis. See, this is my output. So why is this my output? This is single line I've executed. No need to compile anything, right? So it's like interpreter. So Python is interpreter based language. So this is how every single line gets executed. Line by line execution can happen in Python. So that's how I see the output here itself. And I have an option. I can write the whole project and run once. I can write part by part and I can keep running and debugging also in between. That also works. So we have written the first line of the coding. Kudos to everyone. Let's understand some variable names because before we learn any programming language, we always expect, to learn about variables. Fine. I've created a variable here. See, what are variables actually? Variables are nothing but data containers. They contain some data, right? It can be of number data. It can be of string data. It can be of Boolean data also. So that means here I am assigning string data to a variable. So I'm assigning Nagashri here to the variable which is name. So now name is the variable name and Nagashri is the data. So now I want the name to hold this data, Nagashri. Okay. So now this is what the variable is. So now what are all the variables can be? The variables can be like this. It can have an underscore. Okay, also. It can start with an underscore also. See? Okay. So it can have underscore in between, starting and wherever. Underscore with letters also fine for variable names. See now this green color hash symbol is there, no? So this is I'm starting a comment. Okay. So now see it's automatically saving also in the cloud memory you see here. So now these are the variable naming conventions. I cannot start it with a number, okay? Invalid number, invalid decimal literal. So I cannot give one here for the variable name. And those are I can give numbers in the end actually. I can give numbers in the end. I cannot start the variable name with a number. I can only start with a string or a underscore. No other special characters are also allowed there. Okay. And I cannot use reserved keywords. Like if is a reserved keyword in technical programming languages. So I just cannot assign like this. I get error. So those are the things. And the uppercase and lowercase also. Age is equal to 45 and age is equal to 56. Both are different. Python is case sensitive, I told you. Okay. So I hope the variable conventions are clear for everyone. Okay, fine. So now let's just move on to data types. Okay. And here I can add a print statement in order to show the variable. Print function in order to create the output. In order to print is always an output function. So why print is an output function? Because it gives you the output in the console. Just a second, okay. I see print is an output function and I'm going to print the name. Name is a variable. So that's why the variables can be directly put inside the parenthesis. No need to put quotes or no need to put anything else. So that whatever present in that variable that will be printed in the output console. See, Nagashri is present in that variable name. Got it? So that's how I print the variable names. And now I want to print like this something. Print his name is. Now I want to include some sentence regarding the output. I want to customize it. So I just give it inside the quotes, inside the parenthesis, comma, the variable name, name underscore. So this, see, his name is Kiran. So that's how I concatenate them in print statement. Okay. So now let's see data types. Okay. X equals to numbers. I'm assigning X is a variable and I'm assigning 10, 20, 30, 40 numbers. So that means numerical data type, right? So I'm just adding a comment here only. It's numerical data type. You know the numbers. Fine. And I have some floating point numbers like this, point decimal values. So they are the floating point. Numerical data type, which is integers, right? If they don't have decimals, they are integers. If they have decimals, that is integer or floating point numbers. So that's it. And how do we know which data type it is? If you are given with variable names, how do you recognize which data type it will be? So you can recognize it in this way, using a function in Python, which is uh, type function. So now I need to print type of X variable. Type inside the parenthesis, which is the variable name you want to find out the data type of. Type of X is class integer. X is 10. And in the same way, I need to know the type of Y, float. So this way I can find out the type of any variables. So type function we understood, print function we understood, variables we understood, data types we understood. One more data type is there. Variable 1 is equal to true. True. Now I need to know the type. See, Boolean. So truth and false, true and false, they belong to Boolean data types. And one more is there. This is a sentence. What is the data type of this sentence? You tell me. What is a data type? I hope you have guessed it. String data type, right? STR. So this covers almost all data classes. See, numerical data type, integer, float, and string data type, we have seen it. And okay, this you can see. See, we can use single quotes also for string data types, and we can use double quotes also. Okay, and we can use triple quotes for multiple line. Triple quotes for multiple line documents. Okay. See. some multiple lines I want to include, I can use triple quotes. And for single lines, I can use single quotes as well as double quotes for string data type. So Boolean values, the Boolean algebra, you might be knowing, or else also it's fine. You know that there is a logic in all the computer systems. We store the data in the format of zeros and ones, binary values. So that's the only existence. I mean, if I talk to the computer like this, it doesn't understand. I should talk in the format of zeros and ones. Okay, this is 0 1 0 1 0, like this, right? Actually, it has some speech conversion, or if it is performing speech, otherwise it has text conversion. So it should, whatever I put it in the data form, it should be converted to the zeros and ones, which is Boolean algebra, like, which is a logical functions. So it should be always in the format of zeros and ones. So that is nothing but logical true and logical false. Zero is for false. One is always for true. Remember this. So zero is always for false and one is always for true. This is going to help us a lot of times. And then we see simple operators. X is equal to 5, y is equal to 7. And now I'm just adding them. Got it. And x is equal to 8, y is equal to 7. I need to do subtraction, addition. X equals to 7, y equals to 1. So these are the operators: addition, subtraction, multiplication. X equals to 70, y is equal to 10, division 7.0. Okay, let it be. This briefs you first few introductions, and hope we'll learn together a lot of concepts in the upcoming sessions. So thanks a lot for present up to here and listen to me with patience and bear with me. So have a good day, have a good rest of the day, and all the best for your endeavors as well. Bye bye.